When I run it, ain't no stopping on, never rest. Down, say a hut, kick a punt, then I make them catch. 5,000 ones in an hour, I'ma make it stretch. I just made a mess, I just made a mess. I got cash by the bundle, so I'm never pressed. I just made a mess, I just made a mess. 50-yard TD with the winning catch.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. The New York Jets taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Detroit Lions. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
On first down, it's gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Goff now looking to throw. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He finds Corey Davis. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Williams running left. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the 50, it's Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, the 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Full run show Fatukasi. Coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Throwing on third. Goff. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Fakes a spike. Flush to his right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third down, Wilson. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you...
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Now gone. And that is incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. On the move to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2nd and 10, Goff again. Open man right side is St. Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Goff now looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Khalif Raymond there to make the grab. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's Coleman now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Escaping the pressure right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Carter. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Carter again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for him.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And he's brought down. They go play action now. Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try to keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll only get this back to the 10-yard line. Not too sure what he was doing there. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Flushed out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's a give to Carter. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They go play action with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Khalif Raymond now. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't come before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off around the 37. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
It's a first down and more for Davis. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better.
That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, 42 yards. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Goff now to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. To throw again on second down. Goff. This one taken in by Cephas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a handoff to Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face third down. Play action. It's Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicked into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. From the 36, Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Goff on first down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Lions on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And it's caught. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Hunter Bryant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Now, this has been a one-sided first half to this point, no doubt, but at least signs of life here. They're on the board.
Yeah, and I think if they went to the halftime down big with 0 points on the board, it'd be a struggle to see them come out in the second half and play well. So very important, vital here. And if they make a huge comeback, we'll look back at this moment and point to the start of it.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's Coleman now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Or the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Eluding the pressure right. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. To throw is Wilson. And the grab by Croft.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the...
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis with his second touchdown here in this first half. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Raymond now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. That's the correct call.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st down, Goff. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Goff throwing again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Hunter Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Flush to his right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Here's Coleman now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Escaping the pressure right, and this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down now, it's Carter. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Carter. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Carter. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Keelan Cole there to make the grab. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Raymond now on the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. To throw is gone. Throw caught by Raymond. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift fighting through, and he's got space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now Goff. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Seibert's kick is good. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
They've got his man complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Check, 53's light. Check, 53's light.
Now Goff on first down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Detroit.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff. Open man, he's got him to tight end Hockenson. And he's got this down to the 35.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Touchdown!
Khalif Raymond,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's Coleman now to return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jacksons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another tote for Carter. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 2nd down and 4. Goff.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On 1st and 10, Goff. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Goff. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he'll be be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. On second down, it's Carter. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Sliding out of the pocket. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, it's gone.
He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Again, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Khalif Raymond.
27 yards.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, team...
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. This one caught by Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Steps away. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Here's Coleman now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Completes it to Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be taken in by Cole.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On first down, Carter. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Carter once more.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Now it's Wilson.
Eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Michael Carter
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Raymond now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Goff now to throw.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throwing again is Goff.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff.
That's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. To the air again. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Goff on 1st down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Goff.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Nice job defensively. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Quintez Cephus
there to make the grab.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Play action. Now Wilson. And he floats one there, incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And they take a knee. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So he's not perfect after all. He made his first 4, but now his first miss.
Well, you shouldn't have to put your kicker in a spot where he has to even try 5 field goals. He's bailed him out time and time again, but sooner or later, you just had to know his luck was going to run out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19.
And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife.